Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, that one caught. I think I should take it as part two. Let's take it as break. That one caught, the first one that I was doing. I will check what is wrong with it. Now let's go. I was saying that in school or in working place, try to consider others. Today's topic is how to make Nigeria the most developed, the most advanced in the world. So, sorry, there was a break in my presentation. You will go refer to the part 1. So this will be part 2. So let's go. If you have anything that you have not used for a year, try giving it out. When you need it, again, God will give you or teach you how to improvise. Now, what does this word mean? If you have anything, clothes, shoes, fan that you have not used, and you, especially when you know somebody who need it, especially when you know somebody who don't have, try giving it out. Like I have given almost all my clothes out because I was not using some, and a lot of people were coming that really need it. I have a lot of young boys, and I gave it out. And today, some people in UK are giving me clothes. I am not even buying clothes again. Glory to God. Now let's see. If you have anything, give it out. Don't always think that God will not give you back. Don't always think that you will not have back. H, try being there for the sick and the prisoners. Try to be there for the sick and the prisoner. When somebody is sick, show compassion. Show compassion. Pay them visit. When somebody is sick, if you cannot pay them visit, try to call them. Try to let them know that they have somebody. When somebody is sick, a sick person deserves care. Let's try to do that. Let's try to do that. That is how to make Nigeria develop. Excuse me. That is how to make Nigeria develop. Prisoners. Let me talk about these prisoners. Sometimes when we see prison, we feel that all of them are all criminals. They deserve their prison. I was talking to one police. Police said 80% of those in prison does not deserve to be in prison. Some poverty, some they did not even steal. Some they packed them in where there was robbery, because the real people who stole were actually wrong. 80%. That was what a police, and that policeman is inspector. Where we're eating, the man said 80% of those in prison don't even know what they do. As in, are not supposed to be there. Some that are supposed to be there are not supposed to be there for a longer time. If they were having money, if they were having lawyer, if they were having something. 80%. No wonder Jesus Christ came, but whether 80% or not, Jesus Christ said, I was in prison and you did not visit me. So, can you imagine those in prison at Jesus Christ? Have you ever thought of it? Matthew chapter 25, verse 47. But from verse 43 said, then will I tell those on my right hand, enter into the kingdom prepared for you. For I was hungry and you helped me. I was a stranger and you took me in. I have no clothes and you clothed me. I have no food and you give me food. I was in hospital and you visited me. I was in the prison. Jesus Christ himself said, I was in the prison and you did not visit me. And of course, you know that every visitation is visitation to release the person out of that problem. Joseph said in the last book of Genesis chapter 52, something like that. He said, I die, but my God will surely visit you and take you out of the land of captivity. So every visitation always leads to taking out of the land of captivity. Jesus Christ visited Lazarus in the grave. He said, and when he got there, he saw everybody crying, and Jesus Christ cried, if you need to cry to rescue, to take somebody out of grave, please don't hold that tears. If it is tears that will make you take somebody out of grave, please don't hold that tears that will make somebody's problem become soft. Please don't hold that tears. So Jesus Christ went there and he saw everybody crying, And Jesus Christ was moved with compassion and he too joined to the crying. But because he visited there, he said, Lazarus, come forth. So when we visit prisons, when we visit police station, we should go there with the quest of seeing that the person is given fair judgment, and especially the person is released. They brought a woman to Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ said, who among you? He was looking at the floor thinking of, how do I release this woman? This woman was caught in adultery, red-handed. How do I release him? He did not say we should persecute him. Of course, there is a place for persecution, but you are not law enforcement agent. I am not law enforcement agent. When I see people, I think about releasing them. Police is the one to know what to think about. I think about how to release them. Me, I am like Jesus Christ. If it is yes that you need to say that will solve somebody's problem, please say it. You know, there are some, I know a whole lot of times you just need to answer yes or no. For another person to help another person, you just need to answer yes or no. They said, is that person good? For you to open mouth and say yes, you say no, it's not good. And that person say, okay, I will not help. He said, should I help this person? He said no, you say, okay, I will not help. Then he don't help. Just say yes, because that person in need is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ said, I am the one that is hungry. So that is the first point. Now let's go to point number 2. Point number 2 said, focus on the betterment of the society than yourself. The second point I want to say is focus on the betterment of the society than yourself. Now, A said, the choice of throwing waste on the street and inconveniencing, to choose between throwing waste on the streets and inconveniencing others or the whole entire community, and taking the waste inside your pocket or your bag home and dump it in where it will be dumped properly. Dump it in the waste bin or in dust, in where they throw dustbin. If you have that kind of choice, choose the one that inconvenience you. Now you are eating gala, you are eating biscuits, those things that, anything that they wrap, that have wrapper, that you need to throw the wrapped away. Now you throw it away on the street. It is polluting the community. Now you remember we are talking about how to develop the society now. Before we are talking about helping one another. Refer to the previous message that just dropped. Now we are talking about how to develop community. You are eating something, maybe a core that they use leaf to tie it, and you discover that me putting it inside my bag, wrapping it in nylon and putting it inside my bag, I will see where a former place to be throwing dirty away. Usually a former place, there will not be house close by. It will not be proximity to house. It will be a place that government could go and maintain, maybe recycle the dustbin, maybe just do something about the waste bin. So it's a former place because law enforcement agent know what to do with it. So instead of you putting the dustbin in, putting the waste in your bag and taking it to that place to dump it in where it is recognized, where it is organized way to dump dirty, you just throw it on the street, polluting the community, polluting the street. This will not make Nigeria develop. It was Mother Teresa that said that if each of us maintain our environment, do the right thing, the whole world will be clean. Mother Teresa said if each of us clean our environment, maintain our environment, the whole world will be clean. I so much believe that words. So dumping of dirty, anything like that, maybe dirtying the community, just try. Now let's go to traffic. In traffic, be the dull person. When on traffic or when on the road or when on those kind of things, be the person who allow others to go. Be the one who allow others to take his way, especially those on the fast lane. Now let me explain. You see, where's my marker? You see, let's say this is a fast lane. Anyone who is coming, who want to join the fast lane, should wait for those in the fast lane to go, for there not as if you will begin to drag. Not as if you begin to drag. to enter the fast lane. You that is coming out from town, from minor road, you should wait for those. That is just simple traffic rule. But of course, a lot of people are not even obeying it, especially some of us that are Christian. So wait for people on the fast lane to go. So that is how to maintain traffic, and be the one to act the fool for there not to be hold up. Be the one to act the fool for there not, just waiting for 1 minute. You know, I was in a motor one day and one Okada man just run come through, and the driver said something very, very important. The driver said if he waited for 1 second, he would have reached house very well. But now that he did not, he may even wait for 2 months in the hospital because he could not wait for maybe 2-3 seconds for everything, for the road to clear. He was in a lorry driving anyhow, because in Nigeria here there is no strict law on driving. So that is what we are talking about. Focus on the betterment of the society. In the market, don't inconvenient others. In the marketplace, do not inconvenient others. If you are in the market, like pushing their goods away or sweeping dust to their place, don't inconvenient others. This is how to make Nigeria develop. You see, I am talking this morning on how to make Nigeria the most developed nation in the world. As I do my research, I discovered that this is what most developed nations in the world are doing. They put their society forward before them, and that's what is called patriotism. They are lovers of their community. They are lovers of their society. So that is what we are talking about. Do not inconvenient others. Always act the fool when it comes to social movement, when it comes to you and other people. Always act the fool. Be patient for others. For instance, if you are walking on a one-way road and somebody is coming, always be the one to pave way for the person. If you actually want this nation to develop, all these things does not take 2-3 seconds. It does not take 2-3 seconds. In fact, let me tell you, one of the most busiest place in Africa is Lagos. Even in that Lagos, that people will gather waiting for motor, I used to let pregnant women enter the motor, despite the fact that I may wait for another 3-4 hours again. Sometimes I will almost want to cry. But this is just how to carry God's nature. Some people say, no, God does not mean stupidity, but me, I have seen some of this thing in Bible. I don't want to be quoting a lot of Bible so that I will not scare my Muslim audience away, because Muslim people, I have a lot of Muslim people who have subscribed. However, we are talking about developing a nation. At home or school, don't loud both your voice, radio, to get other upset. Don't scatter the community. You know, some people are singing these days, Emily, Idamu, Adugbo, I am the one scattering the community. That is what some of our musicians are singing. I am the one scattering our community, playing big band in the street, doing all of those things. Those things will not make Nigeria develop. Now, how can somebody develop when you are playing, when you have loud your music? How can that person think you have just successfully destroyed the person 10 to 15 hours, all the time that you play your music? You are just useless. I didn't mean you were useless in only your own life. Put earpiece or go to your room or do this thing. It will even be better. But you destroying the community life, destroying another person's life, that is where I think even the government should intervene. In this our house, there is a man, this very house that I'm living, there's a man louding music, playing music. He will loud it so much. His intention is that other people are being entertained. But do you know that because of that thing, I will run away from house, go to a quiet place. So I'll pay, take taxi, run away from house. There's all those kind of things. Sometimes headache will be worrying people around. But because somebody has drank ogogoro, somebody have taken alcoholic, somebody is being intoxicated with alcoholic, so nobody can do anything. So that is not really good. Those kind of habit cannot make society develop. Now, how can somebody live in that kind of habit and come out very successful, if not by the grace of God? And anything that we talk about grace of God, human beings should not completely rely on it, because it will now depend on God this thing, instead of we to walk according to the way we programmed our life, because God created us as God. If we wait for God, for instance, let me show you something, because the Christian may misunderstand me. You are not supposed to wait for God. You are supposed to do it yourself. The Bible said the heaven is the throne of God and the earth has it given to the man. Now let's see, if you wait for God, your community grass will grow. You understand? If I bring two pictures, a picture that they plant flower, a picture that they plant house, and the one that the person is waiting for God, that grass grow, that everything grow, which one will you like to stay? Of course you will stay with the person who has power to not wait for God, to go and be doing it. Of course, God, waiting for God means it will release his grace for you to have power to go and do it. That is how what waiting for God is supposed to be about. Waiting for God, some people now use it to relax and become lazy. But of course you will want to live in that house that human being is sweeping the ground, instead of somebody who is busy waiting for God, who is waiting. You want to live in that house where human being have paint, where human being have plant flower, other than inside the forest where is where God is, where that look like where no human being have not tamed. You know, when God created Adam and Eve, he said, go and steal and dress the land. Go and cultivate and dress the land. That was what he said. He did not say, go and wait for me, I will come and cultivate and dress the land. So, your radio, your sound system, all should be maintained, not to disturb another person, so that they too can develop. They too don't enjoy yourself while inconveniencing another. This same thing goes to boys and girls doing boyfriend and girlfriend. If you know that you will not marry the girl, why allowing the girl to satisfy you with sex? So you aggrandize yourself, you are the one enjoying when the girl is just servicing you, and you know that you will not marry her, and the girl is thinking that you will marry her, because few girls will still be with you if they know that you don't love them and you will not marry them. So why satisfying yourself, having this thing, this is not the best. That is not how to live a productive life. That is not how to, and society will not develop when we continue like that. And God is seeing you, and whatever a man sow, he shall definitely reap. Whatsoever a man sow, he shall definitely reap. Number E, do everything possible not to take what belongs to someone else. Do everything possible not to take what belongs to someone else. It is still the same thing to better yourself. You see, this community service simply talk about inconveniencing yourself to convenience society, to make society develop. So do everything not to take something that does not belong to you. You get it? So if you maintain that kind of habit, society will develop. Help people instead of taking their little things. And this thing goes beyond what I'm talking about, because even some pastors today, they are so expert in collecting the last from people. Like for instance, some pastors have come up with some doctrine that if what you have is not enough, bring it to church, come and give it to God in my church, then miracle will flow. And they know that, okay, if they believe that miracle will flow, why did they have one thing in the house? They're supposed to bring everything to church now so that miracle will flow. But because they know that is unscriptural, they go to the widow of Zarephath and come out that the widow of Zarephath give the prophet the last, but the prophet provided the solution right there. The prophet did not tell the widow to go home, as he go home everything will be settled, and as the widow go home nothing is settled. No, that is not it. Instead of we to be telling people bring everything. So all these kind of things, let's think about helping them. This is just the normal message in today's church, bringing everything. If you don't bring it, it is assumed that you don't even know God. It is so worse that every average Nigerian believes those theories that if you don't have anything, take the last, go and give to God. That is when God will multiply. But God, the real people who have multiplication are people like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett. When did they take everything to God? You will know that somebody is saving somebody. Let's continue. Don't take what belongs to other. Number E, if it is to join somebody to beg another person that will help the person, take just 1 minute to beg on the person behalf. You see, that thing happened to me. My sister begged my brother for my brother to help me, because that is just the normal thing that I would have done. My brother asked my sister that, how is that person doing? Has he changed? Has he start to behave very well? And my sister answered yes. And then my brother now come and help me. What is behave very well? Because there was a time that I was not going to church, so they were not too happy with it. But whereas that time that I was not going to church, I was serving God the more. Because when I go to church, I see wickedness. I see one big man with everything. He already have everything, collecting the last. And me, I can reason. I am not just I did not allow my brain to be set by religion people. So that is what we are talking about today. So ladies and gentlemen, we are still on this topic, how to make Nigeria the greatest nation in the world. It is you and I. Okay, I want to ask, are we waiting for America to come and develop it? Please try and drop your comment on this. Are we waiting for UK to come and develop Nigeria? Okay, are we waiting for the government to develop it? It is you and I. If you talk to any Nigerian, any Nigerian that is sensible, that have developed his brain, will tell you development will start with you and I. But however, they don't find time to tell us what you and I should be doing, and that is what I am doing this morning. So share this video. Everybody know that it is me and you that will develop this nation that has gone into quagmire, that everything is failing. You will go and buy bread in the morning, before in the evening the bread has turned to 50% of the price has increased. If you buy it 100 naira, before in the evening it could turn to 150. In fact, somebody experienced buying something, he took it home. When he want to go and return it, the price has already increased within 30 minutes. That is how inflation is growing, and your salary still remain the same, and even the salary is increasing. There are people that I know, for 20 years they have been collecting 20,000 naira, but every day things are increasing. So this is not how it should be. Now, if you talk to anybody, the person will say that the changes start with me and you, but usually they just talk like that and just go. They don't tell us on what aspect should we change, on what phenomena should we change. I am the good news about this channel, Oyekanluwole TV, is that I understand what to change, and because I've studied US and China, and I've come out with theories of what they change that lead to positive development, and if we change it, it will definitely lead to positive development. If you are following me, you will see that if we actually do some of this thing that I'm saying, almost, it will lead to development. G, if you have knowledge that you can pass to people, gather, even if it's 2 people, and pass the knowledge, especially on security, health, job, etc. It could be physical or social media. You could gather the people. If you have any knowledge that you are willing to, that you think that it will be of benefit, just like the way me, I have knowledge to read. I can read and understand. I can watch video on how China, that is my passion, and that is why I created this channel. I have knowledge to listen to Dr. Sunday Adelaja that is talking about developing Nigeria, and that's why I'm building this channel. I have knowledge I have some personal vicissitudes that Nigerian actually need. Other Nigerian actually need that. I only see it in very, very few people, if not any, helping the poor. Considering, and that's why I developed this channel, because I have a little bit of edge. Over few people in Nigeria. So the open YouTube channel, if you cannot open it, tell me, I will open it for you. Go to Facebook Live, drop the little thing that you can say, drop the little thing that you can do, drop it there. People will definitely watch it, and it will be a blessing to people. All of this lovely stuff that we are talking about, that it can transform Nigeria, we need to be taking them to schools. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we understand that the society is corrupt. Older people, they may not be able to change, but what about the young one, primary and secondary school? We need to reform their heart. We need to program their heart towards positive development. We need to begin to teach them all these moralities. Don't only leave it to teachers and civic education teachers. All of us, especially you that have power to have foundation like me, you must be going to secondary school once in a while and be teaching other schools. That is how the community will develop. We can change one another. Don't stop any good work when people abuse you. Now all this thing that I'm talking about, helping the community and helping others, people are going to try to stop you, but just imbibe the habit. Let it be a natural thing, a thing that naturally sprung up within you. Nobody will be able to stop it. In fact, you may help somebody. My wife was giving a testimony how she went to hospital and helped somebody who his child could not breathe, could not talk, constipation. I think there was no digestive system, something like that. Something was wrong with the child. So my wife was there to help when other nurses were not even available, and it was my child, it was my wife that the patient was abusing. If you refer to my previous video, you will see the video on how to love your enemy. That is the topic of the video, how to love your enemy. That is the topic of the video. So refer to the video, you will see that this is the kind of thing that used to happen. You that is willing to help, it is you. And another person, that same video, Samson gave his own testimony how, he borrowed somebody was dying, no food to eat, no house rent to pay. He now borrowed somebody 10,000 naira, and everybody did not want to borrow the person. Now the person hold that 10,000 naira for over a year. He's begging the person every time. The person is working, he's having money every month. The person don't want to pay. Now those people who have the money, who did not want to help the person when the person was in problem, they are now seeing that my friend as a wicked person, because he's disturbing the person that give me my money. If you don't give me my money, we will involve police. If you don't do this, we will do this. So if they are now the ones seeing the person like wicked person, that is not supposed to be so. So in case it happens to you like this, don't quit. Keep moving. You never know where and when you will help your own angel. Of course, your own angel will definitely come, but the angel will come, and if helping has not become your habit, the angel may not deliver what they have to you. You remember Abraham. Abraham was always going about helping people, and one day he helped angel, and the angel said, about this time next year, your wife Sarah will have a child. And Sarah laughed and said, these people don't know what they are talking about. They don't know what they are talking about. They are foolish, because you laugh at stupidity. And that angel said that, why is your wife laughing? And the wife said, no, I did not laugh. And the angel said, whether you laugh or not, about this time next year. So even your wrongdoing cannot stop the love that you have expressed to people. The love that you have expressed to people, when the good is coming back to you, even when you misbehave, it cannot stop, because the laugh really pained those angels. And the angel said, Sarah, why are you laughing? Because we said that you will give birth. And Sarah said, no, I did not laugh. And they go. And about that period, Sarah welcomed Isaac. You will receive your Isaac in Jesus' name. Now let's continue. Love to government public properties. The last thing I want to talk about, on focus on the betterment of the society than yourself, is love to public properties. That is the last thing. Now, if you see road, don't destroy the road. If you see public where people fetch water that government provide, take it like your own. If you see community project, maintain it, keep it. Don't say that it is not your concern, it is not you, you don't have anything to do with it. Don't say like that, otherwise you may likely destroy the future of your children. Let's say you don't even need it, but what about the community? Now if you don't need it, but there was maybe like somebody who need that thing, if he does not see that thing, he will go and become criminal and come and be disturbing the community. If you don't need it, the person may need it. That is what we are talking about. So because you don't need it, do not destroy it. Don't destroy government properties. Now another point I want to go into it, another fresh point is some organization that help people. Now you now want to help people, or you too you need help. What are the organization that could help you? Number one among the organization is New Life. Among all the organization that help people that I know, New Life stand as the top. There is this business called New Life, but formerly called GNLD, but Abdul Fatai Jagumolu turned it to New Life and turn it to FHG, Faith Heroic Generation. Now what does these people do? These people will give you house. Anywhere New Life go to, there will be accommodation for you. Now we know that accommodation is one of the most difficult things. Accommodation is one of the most difficult things to have. Now New Life will give you accommodation. Now if you want to join New Life, just call my number, because somebody need to refer you into the business. It's absolutely free. But New Life will give you house to live, for you to learn the work. They will give you house to live, a laptop and free internet for you to browse. That one, your sponsor is supposed to give you a laptop and free internet for you to browse within 1 month. Can you imagine that? Within 1 month, until you start to make your own money. Now the business is 2-in-1 business. The business is first you have digital marketing, the making money online. You'll be working, they will teach you some skills, some highly paid skill, and you too, you may have some skills, they will convert it for you. They will teach you how to be making money through the skills. So the company will now teach you some skills. Like me now, I know website, I know landing page, I know I know email marketing, I know some of those things. So that is what we are doing to make money. Now the company will teach you all of those things for absolutely free, plus house to live. Whether it's in Lagos, whether it's in Lagos Island, there will be house to live. Where house to live is very expensive, there will still be house to live. The company will give you house to live. The company will give you laptop and phone for you to browse and do all those things. They will coach you for free. Can you imagine? If I will show you, if you go to my page, you will see Oyekanlu basic capabilities. You will see all what I can do. I can design website today. I can do content writing. I can do video animation. I can do logo. I can do e-commerce. A whole lot of things absolutely for free. But when you make money, they will start to use the money to sponsor the online, to sponsor the passive income, which is those drugs that we are selling. So they will get the drugs so that you will grow on your PVC. There are people, passive income. That passive income is the most important. After they taught you this skill, they will use some of your money to be sponsoring the passive income. The passive, they will register you as a New Life member, and that passive income, you will still be the one to be collecting money in 2 ways again. And that passive income is the best, because when you grow old, you don't have power to work, but that passive income will be bringing money. Now, can you imagine that kind of business? You are young, the business teaching you skills. You will now use the skills to make money. They will take some of the money, use it to sponsor your passive income. Now that passive income, whether you like spend 2 million years on this earth, you cannot eat again, you cannot talk, the passive income will be giving you money. I think among all the old way that I know that poor person can be helped, I think New Life, the business that I am in, is the number one, because they give you house. The only thing that they will not give you is food. But if you know how to play your card, you will even get food right there, because you will be living among people. And if you know how to play your card, you will get food. And if you have a good sponsor, the sponsor may also be giving you food there to eat. Number two, some organization that could help poor people, entrepreneurs, all those things. Tony Elumelu grants. Tony Elumelu will give you $500 seed capital. That is close to 2 million. So they will give you to start business, but of course, because it is grant, there's a lot of competition. But you too can also try. Another grant, there's a whole lot of entrepreneur grants, including Etisalat, including, Etisalat grant, Bill and Melinda grant, Dangote grant, all of those grants. If you don't like them, involve in them, get it for some people. Those grants would really, really help. So those are the companies that could help. Now let's go to some foundation. I think that is the last. Okay, after this I'm going to tell you some practical ways to make money from helping people. Now let's go to some foundation that could help. Now CMDA is Christian Medical and Dentist Association. CMDA is Christian Medical and Dentist Association. They are just waiting for somebody to call them for them to come and facilitate the community. Maybe you see some people are not people, some no treatment, no free test, no anything. CMDA is just waiting for you to call them. But before you call them, you will organize crusade. You will preach to the community. You will tell them about morality. So when you call them, they will just come and do free medical tests. They are all professional doctors, professional dentists. They will come and do free medical tests for them and provide even some operation to them. CMDA will do all of that for free. So why not use them? Ladies and gentlemen, we must begin to help the community. It's so easy now to help the community because just go online, just browse how can I provide free medical care to my community, to Ogun State, to Lagos, how can I provide? Or what are the bodies that can provide free medical care to my community? What are the organizations that can provide free medical care to my community? You will see them surplus. Number 2, there are student union organization that apart from CNDA, this one we have student union association which are like medical team, all of this thing, but this one goes beyond facilitating only medical care. They could also provide like tap water, they could also provide toilets. They are doing all of those things mostly for free. So why do you continue to let your community suffer? Come and meet me, call my number. In any of these things that I'm talking about, you could call my number to get the benefit on 070 4078 0689 070 4078 0689. Call my number for further discussion. If you are listening to this video and you want to know, do on any of these things, help your community, you want to start a foundation, call my number. I will do that. Just search for charity organization. So let's go to the last point. The last point is some practical ways to benefit from helping the poor. So how do you benefit now? Now you have now started helping the poor. The question is, how do you benefit? Anybody that you help, take their numbers, take their phone number, please. Anybody that you help, take their phone numbers, because you are forming a community. First, if you help somebody, let me tell you why you should take their number. You have cleaned the person out from the rubbish that Nigerians have stored in his mind. Don't help person, don't help. So you have cleaned the person out. So the person now belong to your clique. The person now carry your kind of mind, Jesus Christ of mind. Jesus kind of mind. The person now carry God mind. So you need those kind of people around you. In case another person need help or you too need help. Anybody that you help, don't assume that the person will never ever rise. That person could now be who will be helping you in the nearest future. So take the person number so that even when you have issue, you may call the person. Try to take pictures and videos as much as you can when helping people. Now, when you are helping people, try to take pictures and videos. Try to seek their consent that you want to take pictures and videos as you help people. Try to seek their consent that you want to take pictures and videos while helping people. When you take pictures and videos, I will tell you 2 things to do with it. Number 1, you can show people evidence that you can help more people. When you take pictures and videos, you can show people evidence that you can help more people. If you are given a greater chance, if you are given a greater opportunity, you can show people evidence that you can help more people. That is one advantage of taking pictures. Number 2, you can use it to get money, get grant again to help people, because anything that you want to do, they need pictures and videos so that you can go viral, so that you can talk to people like International Bank, World Health, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. You can talk to all those organizations to come and help. This is what I am currently doing. I am trying to talk to them to come and help and try to find a way to register a foundation. But if you do not register, keep pictures and videos until you register a foundation. Even when you register, keep pictures and videos. They will really go a long way. Now, number 3, post the videos and the picture on all social media that you could monetize, especially YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, all those things. You could make money with those pictures and videos. Post them there. Open a website, post them there. You could make money on those stuff. Post them there. Now when you post, let me take only YouTube for example. When you post, you need 1,000 subscribers. Of course, when you collect the people number, you can simply send your YouTube channel for them to subscribe. When you collect the people number, they can help you to subscribe, and you will tell them go and watch the stuff. They will watch it. Usually they will watch it. They will watch those their videos. Now when they watch it, if you have 4,000 watch hour and 1,000 subscriber, you are free to begin to earn money on YouTube. So that is some of the ways that you can get money. Check online on how you can crowdsource money next time to help people. You could also check online on how you could crowdsource money next time to help people. Check online on how you could crowdsource money next time to help people. So ladies and gentlemen, this is where the message will end. So now I just want to say something very little. I want to use this last minute of the message to talk about what some Christian bodies is doing that I feel it is not good and it should be checked. As our foundation begin to help poor people, I realize that some people don't even want to support. Some people don't even want to help because Muslim will benefit from the help. Because they want only church people to benefit from the help. Now, I want to disprove this thing, because that is what make our society to spoil so much like this. They want to help you, as in they are good people, but they want you to limit your expansion to only Christian, to only church bodies. Do you get it? Before I go and disprove it, let's first establish this. They want you to limit it. Now let's go and begin to see whether Jesus Christ actually teaches us to only help people in the church. Some Christian bodies does not even want to participate because you are not doing the thing within Christian configuration. You are not, your help is going beyond Christian organization to help the Muslim and the unbelievers. Now, if we only help Christian, let's even think rationally self. If we only help only Christian, only people who come to our church, only people who can come and sit down, listen to us, how do we get new people? When do we become egocentric like this and society has spoiled on us? So as you know, I am the vice president of Oyekon Foundation. So as we try to look for people to come and facilitate, I begin to hear a lot of things. I begin to see a lot of things. And this is why I want to use this time to address that situation. That is not the best way. We should let our help also reach the unbelievers, the Muslim, all of them like that. Now, we saw Jesus Christ say, I was in prison and you did not help me. Now, do you think a born-again child of God will be in prison? No, it is thief that is in prison, and yet Jesus Christ said we should go and help them. We saw Jesus Christ, somebody who is caught in adultery. Do you think somebody who is going to church will be caught in adultery? Jesus Christ was thinking how to save the person. We saw Jesus Christ going to sit with adulterous people. And they said, why will you sit with this kind of woman that is commercial prostitute? Jesus Christ said, it is she that is sick that the physician is here for. The physician is not here. That is Jesus Christ's philosophy. Just like what I was explaining before. Jesus Christ's philosophy is that the physician is not here to take care of those who are strong. Like for instance, me, I am strong. It has reached 30 years that I've gone to hospital last. Okay, I went to hospital for a checkup. It has reached, I'm talking about me sleeping in the hospital. So if medical doctor is waiting for me, but of course medical doctor are there for the sick. So if we now say we want to facilitate only born again child of God, only Christians should benefit from this thing. So where is the love? My brother, where is the love? I will read this verse as a close. I will read this last verse as a close because I don't want to take much of our time. I will read this last verse as a close. Matthew chapter 5. Matthew chapter 5. Where is the love if we only help? Where is the love if we only help those who love us? Let me start from Matthew chapter 5 verse 42. Matthew chapter 5 verse 42. Give to him that asks thee, and from him that will borrow of thee, turn not away. Matthew chapter 5 from verse 42. Give to him that asks thee, and from him that borrow from thee, do not stop your hand from borrowing him. 43. You have heard that it has been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thy enemies. Now this Jesus Christ, or the founder of religion, that is, he said, you have heard that you should love only your neighbor. Your neighbor in Nigeria mean only those who come to your church. In fact, do you know the worst thing? Even redeemed members does not like another denomination. I'm talking not as if redeem. I'm not criticizing redeem per se. I'm just talking about one denomination did not like another. That is, in the same Christian, they see rivalry. There is some churches that will never ever go to anybody church. They believe that every other people are committing sin. It is only them that understand the Bible and are preaching the Bible. This is not the best way. This is not the way we can develop. Paul said, give what belongs to Caesar, give what belongs to the Lord to the Lord. That is how we should grow. That is how we should grow. I see a lot of organizations refusing to, because we are trying to facilitate the whole of Osun State. Some foundations said if we do not gather only Christians, they will not come. Some medical team. That is not the best way. However, so let's continue. You have heard that it is said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemy, bless them that curse you. Bless them that curse you. Love your enemy. Love your enemy. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. Do good to them that hate you. As if this kind of word is not in the Bible in Nigerian Christianity. Do good to them. Can you imagine? Do good to them that hate you is in the Bible. And we are praying for them and die to our enemy. And we are praying that anybody who does not want me to eat rice, anybody who does not want me to succeed, must die, scatter. Do good. And then Jesus Christ that holds the religion said, do good to those who hate you. And anybody who said that Jesus Christ word is not Lord over Christianity, that person is the Antichrist. The only way to know the spirit of Antichrist is anybody who said that Jesus Christ's, postulation, his principle should not be Lord over community, should not be Lord in the Christendom, should not be Lord over his principle, should not rule. He said that that same person is simply the Antichrist. Let's continue. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. Those who despitefully use you and now go about again cursing you, abusing you. He said, pray for them. Now let's go to the most important thing. That you may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. So anybody who did not follow those things that I said is not the children of the Father which is in heaven. Is another father. He have another father. Anybody who does not love his enemy have another father. Anybody who did not embrace those who cause them have another father. So the only yardstick, according to Jesus Christ, for you to be the children of your Father which is in heaven is to love your enemy. Is to love those who are not your neighbor. It's to love those who does not belong to your client. But I said, he said, that you may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he makes sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and send rain on the just and on the unjust. The just, he send rain. Kábíyèsí ọba gbogbo ayé. God is the God of the whole earth. He send rain and sun to everybody, no discrimination. He that lack wisdom, let him come to God that giveth to all man liberally and upbraided not. He does not do partiality. Bàbá ẹ ṣé gan, kábíyèsí ọba gbogbo ayé. Bàbá ẹ ṣé gan, kábíyèsí ọba gbogbo ayé. Bàbá ẹ. Can you imagine that this God was making rain to drop for only people that he loved? all of us would have died, because in Africa we were traditional worshiper. All of us would have, none of us would even have opportunity to see the Bible. Our religion, just like the way Christian and Muslim is the dominant religion, that is how we were worshiping Ogun, Obatanla, Shango, all those things before Christianity come. Before Christianity come. Let's continue. And send rain on the just and the unjust. 46. For if you love them which love you, what reward have you? If you only love those who love you, you don't have any reward. You don't have any reward. And of course, all of us need reward, because psychologically we are always looking for profit. Psychologically we are always calculating what will benefit us. If we only love those who love us, what reward have we? Do not even the publican the same? Even the unbeliever do the same. He said even the unbeliever, in fact, in Nigeria today, the unbeliever is better off. Even the unbeliever do the same. It's not even the unbeliever doing the same. And if ye salute your brethren only, what do you more than others? Do not even the publican do the same? Now listen, ladies and gentlemen. The last verse become the most powerful verse. He said, be ye therefore perfect, even as your heavenly Father is perfect. Lobaton, be perfect, even as your heavenly Father is perfect. So if you love your enemy, you see, from the whole verse of Bible, the only yardstick for perfection is not to drink ogogoro. Ladies and gentlemen, the yardstick of perfection is not I did not go to maybe prostitute house. Maybe I did not go and sleep with a man. That's not the yardstick of perfection. The yardstick of perfection is love God and love your neighbor. Because if you love God, that is when all these things that we're talking about, you will not drink and sleep and forget poor person. You will not begin to disturb poor person because of you, because of yourself. You will begin to have heart. If you love God, express to your neighbor. You see, that verse, Jesus Christ was speaking to Peter. He said, Peter, Peter, do you love me? Feed my sheep. That's as simple as that. If you love God, you will feed the sheep. Feeding means providing food physically, not only the word of God. If you love me, feed my sheep. If you love me, feed my sheep. Now, finally, who does God actually say we should love? Among all people that God say we should love, there are hierarchy of people that God say we should love. Because I see some people love their family, I see some people love their wife, I see some people love those who love them, I see some people. But now let's go ahead and see finally who does God say we should love. He said, so should I read the verse of the Bible that God actually told us to love some people, and that those people belongs to him. He actually told us to love a particular people more than every people. A particular people more than every people. And the king shall answer and say unto thee, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as you have done it unto one of the least of these brethren, unto one of the least. The least is people that God advised us to love. The least, the most insignificant, that is God. Those beggars, those crippled, those people who you do not even have time to answer their greeting. Those are the people that God say you should love the most. Those are the real God. The least of the brethren is people that God actually wants you to love. The least. The fatherless, the widow, the orphan, the outcast, the prisoner, the sick, all those kind of marginalized people in society, they are really God. They are God. They are the real Jesus Christ. You love Jesus Christ because he died on the cross for you and you want to pay him back. It is not for you to love anybody other than those category of people. Ladies and gentlemen, àti fi yan ọmọ ènìyàn ohun tọ́lọ́run béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ alóore ti kéde o ẹ̀jẹ̀ rẹ̀ ń bẹ lórí rẹ̀ bó bá kú. I have shown you, son of man, everything that God required of thee. Micah chapter 5 verse 8 or Micah chapter 4 verse 8. Or everything that God required of thee for you to show justice and love the poor, for you to show justice and help the needy, Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are going to stop. Help me to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I'm going to be bringing a whole lot of things for you. This channel just started. A time will come that I will be teaching you some of my online soft skills, some of my online skills. Subscribe. My name remain Oyekan Oluwole Basi. Oyekan Oluwole, and my phone number is 07040780689. We are close to 1,000 subscribers, and we have a lot of our videos, over 100. So if you want to market your product, please use our channel. Use our channel to market your product. Just call me. I will do it for free for you. I will do it for free for you. Use our channel to market your product. We have congregation, we have subscribers, and you know our subscribers are what the best people that are subscribing in this YouTube channel. Imagine somebody listening to the kind of thing that I'm saying, help the needy, help this, help that, and you now and you now be among those kind of people. So that is the best place to be. Thank you very much. I love you so much. Bye.